Hi everybody. So today we're going to do a standing practice, and you don't really need anything for this practice. Maybe a yoga mat, but you can also do this with your feet on the earth and as well, it's absolutely fine. And so we won't be getting down onto our knees in this practice, or doing any downward facing dogs. So if you struggle with your knees, or you struggle getting into those shapes, then this is a great one for you to do to practice your yoga. So standing up nice and tall, let your arms rest down beside you and bring your feet kind of underneath your hips. So we find mountain pose to start this Tadasana, and always nice to take mountain with the feet in this stable position underneath the hips. And if you prefer to bring your feet more together, that's also absolutely fine. And just take a moment here to steady yourself. And particularly this transition from whatever you were just doing into this practice, this more internal focus practice, it can take a little while to transition. So we'll start with a little bit of movement with breath. And so as you inhale, you can start to take your arms out to the sides and lift them up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, bring the hands together and bring your hands down through the center of your body. So a little variation of our sun breath. As we inhale, sweeping the arms out and up, just within your own range of movement. And then exhaling, bringing the hands down through the center. And your knees can stay nice and soft. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands down. And one more. And exhaling. And then inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, bringing your hands down. Inhaling to interlace your fingers. And then exhaling to press your hands forwards and round through your spine. So the knees can bend a little bit here. As you inhale, take your hands to the sky again. Interlace the fingers, palms to the sky. And then exhale, bring the hands back down through the outsides. And we'll inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, interlace your hands, lift your elbows. And exhale, press the hands forwards, round through the spine. And then straightening up through your legs, lift your hands. And exhale, hands down. We'll do one more like that. You might start to feel some heat building already in the shoulders. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down through the center. Soften your knees. Inhale, interlace the fingers. And exhale, press your hands forwards, round the spine. Ground into your feet and lift your hands up. And then exhale, hands all the way down. Just let your arms settle down beside you. Give your shoulders a shrug up and back a few times. And then let your shoulders relax down. Let your hands relax down by your sides, and perhaps close your eyes here and just start to bring yourself into this shape in your body. You might lift your toes and spread them and place your toes back down onto the earth again. Notice how that feels. And then perhaps there's a little shift of your weight forwards into your toes and then back into your heels. So just gently moving the weight forwards and back, so that you press a little into the heels to shift forwards to the toes, and then you press into your toes to shift back into your heels. And just do that a couple more times. And then see if you can center your weight so that you're in the very middle of your feet. You might notice whether you're taking the weight more to one side or the other, more to the insides or outsides of your feet. See if you can find the very center. And then press your feet down into the earth and just see if you can grow a little bit taller, top of your head lifting to the sky. Beautiful. Take another breath in and out there. And then we'll inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Keeping your feet nice and anchored, slide your right hand down your right thigh and reach your left arm up and over. Stay there as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, soften your knees and roll yourself back to center. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, slide your hand down your leg, right arm reaching up and over. Stay for the breath in there. And then as you breathe out, coming back to center. And then inhale, take your hands back behind you. Backs of the hands pressing back. And as you exhale, bring your backs of your hands towards each other in front of you. So same kind of action we were doing before, rounding the spine. This time we're sort of starting to ripple. So hands reaching back as you inhale. And then coming together in front of you as you exhale. So it's sort of like a butterfly wing shape. Inhaling, reaching back. And exhaling, coming forwards. We'll do that one more time. Inhale back, pressing the hips forwards. Exhale, rounding the spine, hands towards each other. Inhale, press the hands back, and this time reach them all the way out and up again. And then bring your hands down through the center, and this time soften your knees and start to roll your spine down into a forward fold. Now, if that feels too much for you, you can just take your hands to your knees and come into as deep as you like. If you can come all the way down, take your hands down towards the floor. You might just rest your hands on your shins or onto your thighs. If you've got your hands all the way down, you could take hold of either elbow and just sway your body a little bit from side to side. So only if that feels okay for your back. Letting your head relax. You might shake it no, nod it yes. And keep the weight into your feet as you sway from side to side. And then releasing your hands, taking them to the floor or keeping them resting on your body. And then lift your chest and draw your heart forwards. And then as you exhale, fold again. And then soften your knees or bend them, press into your feet, and either hands walking up your legs or letting your hands relax as you roll your spine all the way up again. Coming all the way up, letting the head come up last, and then letting your arms rest down beside you. Just close your eyes and breathe for a moment. And then from there, we're going to take the weight into your right foot and take your hands back behind you as you start to lift your left knee. So you might just have toes on the floor. Exhale, bring your hands towards each other with that knee lifted or toes on the floor. And then inhale, hands down, hands up towards the sky, keeping the knee lifted. And then we're going to step that foot back behind us. So coming to a bit of a lunge. So keeping the back toes on the floor, keeping your left knee bent, reaching your hands up towards the sky. Hands can stay on the hips if you prefer. But just finding length through your lower back. So anchoring your tailbone down towards the ground. And take another breath in and out here. And take one more breath in. And then as you exhale, start to reach your chest forwards, lift that back leg off the floor. And again, it could just be toes touching the floor. And then from there, step forwards, find your mountain pose again. Take a breath. And then let's do that on the other side. So this time weight into the left foot as you start to lift your right leg. And you can bring the hands back behind you. And then bring the hands in front, backs of the hands together. So maybe the knee lifts here. From there, lifting your hands all the way up towards the sky or hands to the hips. And then stepping that foot back behind you. So finding that lunge again. Take your hands to your hips or hands up towards the sky. So opposite leg in front to we had before. Tailbone drawing down to the earth. Take 2 more breaths here. And 1 more. And then taking the hands back behind you, start to shift your weight forwards, lifting the back toes off the floor, and then stepping the foot forwards to find your mountain pose again, hands down beside you. Let your arms become nice and floppy and heavy. Take your feet a little bit wider, soften the knees, and just allow your arms to sway around your body. So just gently twisting from side to side, letting the knees be nice and soft. And then coming all the way back to center. I'm going to separate the feet a little bit wider. Just turn your toes out, bring your hands to your hips, and then bending your knees out over your toes. So adjust your feet as much as you need to so that you can find this nice squat position. Coming down as deep as you want to go. And you want to try and extend the knees out to the sides. At the same time, drawing your tailbone down towards the earth, so avoiding sticking your butt back behind you. Take an inhale option to reach your hands to the sky. And then drawing your elbows down into this cactus shape. And we'll do 3 more of these. So starting to feel the strength in your legs. And 2 more. You can straighten your legs whenever you need to. 1 more. And keeping the elbows bent, shoulders drawing back. Take your hands back behind you. Interlace your fingers, lift your chest. And then straighten your legs, release your hands, and step your feet back towards each other on your mat. You can bend and straighten your legs a few times. And then let your hands just rest down beside you. And we're going to finish here with just a minute of standing meditation. And so you can stay here, but if you feel like you want to sit down or you want to lie down, that's also absolutely fine. And letting your arms rest a little away from your body. Again, feeling your feet flat on the floor. All 4 corners of your feet anchored into the ground. And just noticing how this practice has landed in your body. This different way of moving, perhaps. You're just finding these shapes from our standing position. Noticing whatever you might notice here, whether there are thoughts, whether there are sensations in your body, a restlessness, a lethargy. Let it all be here. And if you find that your posture starts to droop or to slump, you can press a little bit more into your feet. Maybe as you ground down, you can find more length through your spine. Tailbone drawing to the earth as top of the head lifts to the sky. Relax the front of your belly as best you can so your breath can be smooth. Relax your shoulders and your jaw as best you can. And you might notice little subtle movements in your body, little subtle changes of weight distribution. And if you want to, you could bring the palms of your hands together in front of your heart. To close off, just noticing how this practice has impacted your body, your mind, your breath. And perhaps offering that up in some way to someone needing some positivity today. And you can bow your head towards your hands, towards your heart. And when you feel ready, let your eyes blink open and bring your gaze back into your own space. And thank you so much for practicing this standing yoga practice today. Please let me know how you went. Let me know with any questions and have a beautiful day. Thank you.